Bruce Currie, independent candidate for Gregory. I urge you to support me. I reside and with the assistance of my family run a business in the electorate of Gregory. With my lifelong connection to Gregory, I know the issues and the needs of our people, their towns and industries. If elected, I will stop the sale of state assets, work with business to force down electricity costs and government charges, secure current coal miners' jobs, improve the viability of primary producers and small business, and secure food production and water supplies for our communities. Water is the lifeblood of every community. Any impact on our water supplies is felt by all. No development should be permitted that destroys or risks the water supplies of families, towns, communities and primary producers. Our water security has been jeopardised by recent LNP legislative changes in many ways. These changes allow for unlimited extraction of water by resource companies. There is no requirement on resource companies to gain a water licence. There is no plan in place to remediate the impact of our aquifer from over-extraction. Over-extraction of aquifers will create an underground version of the Murray-Darling Basin debacle. Our communities, businesses and homes rely on underground water and that of the Great Artesian Basin. For generations, its water has built Gregory. It has sustained Indigenous people. It is the lifeblood of the bush. It is at risk of being contaminated and aquifer depletion. I will work to rectify the destructive changes made in the Water Resources Act and the Mineral and Energy Resources Common Provisions Act. These acts now prevent everyday people from being able to protect their family, business and community water supplies from the impacts of destructive developments. We also need better control and sustainable management of macropods. These issues have to be focused on to protect the grazing industry and the environment. A plan to protect and secure the future of the sheep and cattle industry in Western Queensland is urgent and essential. No assets for sale. Our assets are not for sale. I won't allow the loss of jobs and the associated increase in electricity costs that will come from the privatisation of the power grid. The increasing cost of electricity is destroying the viability of irrigators, cane growers, vegetable producers, lucerne and cotton growers. Privatisation of electricity will send producers in these sectors bankrupt. We must look to improve grid management and reducing electricity costs. I will work towards generating cheaper and more sustainable energy supplies for Gregory. I will stop the privatisation of state assets. Let's look into Queensland's economy. The fundamentals of our economy need addressing urgently. The economy needs to be constructed with long-term sustainability as a goal. Sustainable businesses are the future prosperity of our state and nation, especially those run by Queensland families where the profits stay in our region and in our state. State profits are currently earmarked to be invested back into foreign-owned resource companies, while regional services are being cut back, impacting local towns, employment and families. Rising government costs and charges levied on Queensland businesses, especially family-run primary production and small urban businesses, are making them unviable and sending them to the wall. The Queensland Government needs to invest funds back into Queenslanders through regional development schemes and other incentive programs that target growth of regional businesses. This will create a profitable and dynamic state. I'm concerned about jobs. It is essential for the government to run the state so people can access and have long-term employment in sustainable industries. Currently, there is no sustainable, secure job creation for Queensland, and the employment needs of electorates like Gregory are being ignored. An example is the proposed Galilee coal mines and their potential detrimental impacts. If developed, they will have irreversible impacts to groundwater that will destroy sections of agriculture and jobs. How many jobs will be lost from users of the Great Artesian Basin from mine impact? Current miners will lose jobs from further expansion of the industry, as the already flooded market will result in further price decreases and result in mine closures. Increased FIFO will continue to destroy regional towns and families. The proposed mines are all FIFO jobs. These jobs may all be sourced from overseas. This means no jobs for Queenslanders. This election, don't waste your vote playing party politics. Vote for your future. Vote for someone you can trust. Vote for Bruce Currie, Independent.